Welcome to Indie Buzz Rocks, Miss Franny.
Oh, cool.
Say hi.
Hi.
This is Michael
Hi.
Yost's neighbor, who's the leader of Radio Venice TV. I'm calling it a dictionary word.
What do you mean? Can it mean anything? Or?
It can be any word.
Pellucid.
Okay, how do you spell it? Pellucid. Pellucid.
Pellucid.
Okay, what does it mean?
It means crystal clear, transparent, diaphanous, all those sort of words where something's kind of
Crystal clear. Dope.
okay.
First win for Miss Franny. I've played a lot of chess with that lady. She wins every time. Miss Franny is Michael's #1 Radio Venice supporter, and this is Mr. Radio Venice right here.
Nothing goes here without Franny.
Yes, absolutely nothing.
Give it up to Indie Buzz Rocks. Are you good?
Yes, we're great today. Yes, we are rocking and rolling. Did you want to share with us a favorite childhood memory while you're here?
A childhood memory?
Yes.
Well, I'm doing Radio Venice for a while. Last week was a good childhood memory.
Oh, yes, my. What happened last week? How old were you last week?
Well, I'm still a child. We're all still children.
We have to
We
go
have
squish
quite
down
some
the
childish
family.
experiences.
You
So-
pop your head down.
We have put that down. So we had the world famous aliens that ate
You must
Hollywood
be
on the
tall.
show last night.
There you go.
So yeah, that was my
Oh, last week, I know.
that was my favorite childhood memory so far.
Oh, so go to Radio Venice, last week's show, which was the last of January, and check out the aliens.
Just go to the
They're
YouTube.
amazing.
It's archived. It's right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Four. We got Orange Mayfield on today, which I'm excited about, and then Marquis Howell.
That's Orange Mayfield. He just tried to put his head upside down. You can come right front ways too. It might be that kind of a day. I mean,
Hello.
yeah. Okay, so you wanted to make your drums?
Yeah, should I set them up now?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Hannah in Buzz Rocks. Welcome, very, very, very welcome. We have the really cool Orange Mayfield with us today that will be spreading some tunes on the Radio Venice TV show. And our first question that we're going to ask Mr. Orange Mayfield himself,
Oh, you come through.
what is his real name? Dun, 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 dun. And how did you come up with the name Orange Mayfield?
My name's Russell, and
What's your last name, Russell?
my last name is Taylor.
Russell Taylor.
Russell Eric
Nice
Taylor.
to meet you. Russell Eric Taylor.
So proper.
Yeah.
And the name Orange Mayfield was derived from my happy place. I went to I go to Lake Shasta every year with my family, and we get a big houseboat and just float around.
Nice.
Have a good
Wait,
time.
Lake Shasta.
Lake Shasta,
Seattle?
top of California, right on
Oh.
the Oregon California border. Yeah.
Is that where
Real.
they make Shasta? The
You know what?
cola?
That's a great.
Well,
I
there
have
was
no
a
idea.
Shasta soda. Root
Yeah, there
beer.
was.
Okay.
But I don't know if it was Lake Shasta, but possibly.
We're just going to go for a bowl
That's a great
there.
question.
Lake Shasta and Shasta root beer. We love you. We might be seeing you one day on a vacation. That's awesome. You got to grow up there. I really like that.
Yeah, we go up every year. We kind of hang out and just float around for a week and just drink and disconnect, you know. But I was with my cousin one night. We stayed up all night, and it was a real fun night. And the next day,
So you got it and you stayed up to see the sunrise.
yeah, exactly.
You all know that song, right?
And yeah, I came into the houseboat the next morning, and my aunt and uncle were kind of just interrogating me about the evening, and I just kind of walked past and
Up all night to get lucky. Up all night to the sun.
exactly something along those lines.
And
then went out, floated around in the lake, which kind of it's invigorating. You know, you have a hangover, it's like instantly cured the minute you jump in that lake the next morning. And I was kind of out in the middle of the lake, floating there, watching the eagle come down, grab a fish, and I was just thinking to myself, like, what is better than this? I don't know if there's anything more zen than where I'm at right now. And I started thinking of a childhood memory where we used to go up into Wyoming. My dad has a cabin up there, and I used to lay in this orange, like this poppy field that was above the cabin, and I used to just watch the clouds and make faces out of the shapes of the
for
clouds.
real?
Yeah. And It was very, very.
Okay, like I probably did that too, but I'm like I don't even really want to say if I did or didn't do that because I feel like I did do that, but like I'm like, wait a minute, for real,
I
that's
feel like
awesome.
I feel like everybody's kind of done that.
Wait, did I make that up or not?
It's just so
It's so
calming.
beautiful.
Yeah,
No,
like-
I didn't mean that. I just meant
No,
like
it's not. No, it's not.
I just thought it was so beautiful that like. Okay, wait. What I kind of meant was it was so beautiful that I can't believe that a guy would think to want to sit in a poppy field and make clouds because I probably wanted to do that too. And did I ever think?
Well,
Do you know what I'm saying?
well, yeah, no, totally.
I didn't
See,
really mean it
so,
the way.
well, the thing about this cabin is it's like it's still 1845 in that cabin. There's no
Wow.
electricity. There's
It's a
no
log
TV.
cabin?
Yeah, it's a log cabin.
Wow.
It's in the middle of like a place called Big Piney in Wyoming. It's just there's nothing there. You can't really do anything. So
Wow.
it's a lot of hiking. It's a lot of just kind of taking in nature.
Digging for worms and things.
Yeah, exactly. So there's not really a lot to do, but I always found that to be very peaceful, and it was just something I did alone. And I thought of that, and in my head, because of how hungover and weird I was, like at the time, I just thought
night to the
it's
sun.
like an orange Mayfield, you know, like in full.
Oh.
So it was like my happy place. And I loved it because you could kind of go any which way with that. Like you can do any kind of music under that banner, right?
Oh. Wow, that's beautiful. Wow.
I thought so.
I hope you guys followed all that. That was really gorgeous. I love that. Wow, lovely. So, I had another question that I was just thinking about, but I got sucked into the poppies in the clouds again. Orange Mayfield, and so obviously this was in the month of May, right?
It was actually 4th of July, but that was what I was thinking of, like a full bloom, like you know everything. It's so vibrant and like beautiful.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. I love that. It's really warming. Speaking of that, do you have a can you hear that? That's Marcus Howell the third. Is it too hard to continue or shall we shall continue? Okay, can you share with us please the first instrument that you played and how old you were? And...
First instrument I played was drums. I think I was 3 years old, and started. My parents bought me a drum set. I was always, you know.
At 3?
Yeah, I was knocking around
Wow,
on pots and pans with chopsticks, you know. And my parents were like, "Well, we can probably get him a drum set." So they put me in this closet, and they just let me bang away for hours. And yeah, I eventually destroyed the drums, and my dad gave me a guitar at 5, and I've been playing that ever since.
So what was the first song you played on the drums, if there is such a thing that happens?
No,
I'm not sure. And what was the first song you played on the guitar?
Okay, so at 3 years old, there was no songs being played. It was just banging. It was nothing but, you know, trying to find rhythm, I guess. And for guitar, I think the first thing I played was probably a Beethoven song. Like,
No.
Yeah, I think it was like.
You're the second person who also played, like, his first song was a Beethoven.
Yeah, I mean, it was just diddlies. It was the bottom string. Like, just trying to learn, you know, what.
Or just you know, 84,000 notes in one string. Just something simple like that. I mean, I got Twinkle Twinkle Little Star under my belt.
Yeah.
Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah, what is it?
You went right over to Beethoven with one string.
Ninth Symphony?
Clever. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Hannah. This is Indie-Filmakker Rocks, and you're going to go into that door and do Radio Venice.
Okay.
Sound checking a few questions here. These are the other bandmates, so I'm actually going to, yeah.
Oh,
Can you guys see yourselves?
yeah.
Okay. So these are the other two bandmates in Orange Mayfield. You just heard the lovely, great story about how they came up with Poppies in the Clouds, which as a Californian, I gotta say, that's just like heart pumps. You know, we love our poppies and we love our clouds. And we have Mr. William on drums. And can you guys see yourselves?
Yeah.
Okay, and Mr. Zion in bass, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so would you like to share a little bit about where you're from and what was the first instrument you learned to play?
Yeah, sure. I'm from Torrance. The first instrument I learned to play was probably guitar. No, actually, I take that back. It's violin, actually. The school I went to, they had like a violin thing. Anyways, they made me do it. I didn't like it. Probably 10 years later, bass.
Oh, really? Did you play any instrument in between there?
guitar here and there, piano here and there, but not really until.
The bass.
Yeah.
So what happened with the bass?
Well, I really like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and you know, they got a great bass player. Flea's like he's an icon for the bass players, the bass community. Yeah, so I'm like, hey, I could be like that.
Really? So was there one particular Flea moment? Flea's chord, Flea song, Flea. Is there
There's
something?
a really good bass line on the 5th song of Stadium Arcadium. It's called Humpty Bump, and there's a really fast part. And I think when I first learned it, and like the feeling of you get a song down, it's like something else, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. That was lovely. Thank you, Sion.
No problem.
William, what about you?
I feel like I'm in a sports game.
Wait, what? What?
So he's giving,
Can you see yourself in there?
yeah, just he says he feels he's in a sports game, you know?
Aw,
We're out there trying to
good.
give it 110%.
Got it.
Gotta
Got
bring it
it.
on the field, guys. Gotta bring it on the field.
Can you all see yourselves in there? All three of y'all?
Russ is not in the frame.
Oh, I'm on the
Oh,
left
no.
side. Right?
Can you see?
Split. Yeah.
Okay,
We're good.
so where were we? William, would you like to share with us what was where you're born and raised, and the first instrument you played, and maybe like what song or how it?
Sure, yeah. I
Transpired?
grew up in southwest Missouri in a smallish town called Springfield, much like The Simpsons.
Oh,
My first instrument was drums, for sure. I've been playing the drums since I was 8 years old. So.
Got to be.
oh, really?
That's the
Another
thing,
drummer,
so-
first one. So here's all this drum set. Look at this beautiful drum set we have
take
here.
a look, take
Can
a
you
look.
see it? Take a
It's-
ganza. Take a look. Take a
it's
ganza. Do you
priceless.
see it? Do you see it?
It's worth millions.
It's beautiful. We
Thank
like
you.
Gretsch around here.
Yeah. It's a good kid.
Shout out to Gretsch.
Uh-huh.
Woo! Gretsch drums in the
Sponsor him.
house at Radio
Yeah.
Venice. We've got William here representing Cali. Where are you from again?
Missouri.
Oh, Missouri. That's right. But
Midwest.
you threw me off with the Santa Cruz shirt there.
Oh, yeah.
Representing Cali. Nice.
Not representing Cali. He's not
Oh.
representing Cali.
No.
Confused.
You're representing Missouri.
Yes. I know. I got confused there.
Oh,
Exactly.
I see, yeah.
Okay, so what was the first song you learned to play on the drums? Do you happen to remember? Can you still see yourself in here?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can see myself. First song, probably like Back in Black by AC/DC. I think my dad taught me how to play that like
Really?
right out of the gate. Yeah.
You're kidding.
It's 4 on the floor.
That's awesome.
Easy.
Back in black.
Yeah, right?
What? Wow. Okay, fabulous. Are you ready for the next question?
Yeah.
Next one. Is there was there a song in your childhood growing up that your mom or your dad would play to you on the radio?
Yes, all the time.
Can you see yourself in it?
Yeah. It was what's that song from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves? It was the Bryan Adams. I would die for you. Yeah, that's the one.
Woo!
Remember that song?
No, not at all. I
Oh,
really would like
oh.
you to pull it up if you could.
Oh
But
God,
yeah.
should we?
Might as well, right? What about you? Do either of you have a childhood song that your parents like would be playing on the radio in the car? What, he's still going. He's looking it up.
This was pretty basic, but Hey Jude was on my house a lot. Yeah.
Oh yeah, another Beatles. We got a lot of Beatles rocking around here. I'm, supporting the Cali vibes. Just stick with it.
Yeah.
What about you? A song that you grew up with listening? We got the Beatles.
My
AC/DC.
mom was like way into country, so like anything by the Dixie Chicks or like Tim McGraw or Faith Hill or something like that.
Oh, good.
Probably definitely like on the way to soccer practice on the radio.
Oh, beautiful. So you have a little soft spot in you there.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. Beautiful. Oh.
You know this thing.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, it's absolutely horrible.
No, it's
I
beautiful.
don't know about that. It was either this or Yanni for me.
I love it.
I could never really trust my parents to put on anything really all that great.
Okay, but moving on. Thank you so much for sharing that. Is there something?
You're welcome.
No, for real. I'm just moving on because I have a lot of questions and I want to like see how many I can get
No,
in.
I'm serious too. I'm glad I got to share that.
Oh wait, which part? The Yanni part
Yeah, and the Bryan Adams.
and the Bryan Adams part. Why don't you? I know I skipped right out of that, huh? Didn't I?
No.
I don't want you to bash it. I thought it was a beautiful love song.
It's
And I think you guys do you like singing ballads?
Wow, that's actually an interesting question. I do like ballads, but not that one in particular. It was actually my
Is
my
it because
musical
it's too
childhood
much of a
childhood-
girl song for a guy to like at such a young age?
It's not that.
Because
just
it's
like
really tender. It's a beautiful
Everybody always
song.
had like parents that would play these like cool songs, and like mine was like playing like church music and like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was. I had to dig for my music. It wasn't like.
Well, why isn't church music important?
I mean, it is definitely
Yes.
important. If,
Especially you have a
especially in
song that's
blues and stuff,
cleansed by fire. What is it called?
baptized by
Baptized
fire.
by fire.
Yeah.
So it's probably it is actually a very huge influence, and you might not actually have just
Religion in
recognize
general
that.
has been a huge influence on me, but not like in the way that, not like in a religious path that I walk my life in, but like more or less just in kind of seeking answers that I wasn't given. I was taught the basic way to live. Which
Right.
is fine. It's,
life is a
it's
lot
great.
different now.
Exactly.
We've learned a huge amount. Yes.
I got a good moral compass when I was young, which I feel very blessed about. I think that's great, right? But there's a lot more than just the
Yeah, it's knowing how to, yeah.
right. There's a lot more than just
When you're walking down the street, right?
yeah.
Like, how do you? That's actually one of my questions: is what do you think about when you walk down the street? Like, what goes through your mind
That
as a
depends.
musician, as a human? You have different.
Yeah, no, that's let's see here. Well, what do I think of when I walk down the street?
I don't know. What are you thinking about? Food?
Sometimes I think like, am I walking right? Like, am I walking weird? Am I walking? You know what I
Oh,
mean?
do you really? You get
One of those-
conscious about how your
Well,
body is
kind of
actually moving.
Very like.
I understand
I
that.
try to be like right there, and
Present.
And a lot of times, like I'll be a little too present, and that's kind of like where you just start forgetting how to do basic things,
Oh, wait, that means you're too present, not absent.
Well, sometimes
present.
because you're not focusing in on anything. You're just kind of like there, right? But when you're right there, sometimes I feel like I'm not always existing in that particular moment. Sometimes it's other people talking or other things happening, and I'm not like there. Like it's like I start,
Yeah. You kind of like zone out.
It, like,
You're in a
gives
different
you-
zone.
Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the opposite, right? It's supposed to be that when you're there present, everything is fine, everything's great. But like sometimes when you're there present, that present thought is a weird one, and you have to like deal with it.
Yeah. It's good to think about. Can I walk? Can I?
No,
Yeah,
it's-
I understand exactly. It's better to be like in the clouds with the orange poppies. Sorry, I got
I
sidetracked over
function
there.
well there.
I function well there too in the clouds. Everybody clueless? Raise your hand. We're the clueless crew over here. Oh, yay. Okay. Next question. Are you ready? Is there, okay, I call this the dictionary word. Is there a word that's like a dictionary word that you like, that you don't use because it really doesn't have much, but you love it? For example, Miss Franny, who was here earlier's word was pellucid.
That's a good one.
We did not know that word before. So do you have a word along those lines that we could learn? Can you guys see yourselves?
Yeah, I can see myself. I came across the word somnambulance recently.
Oh no, how do you spell that? You know what? Do you mind writing it down? Because I'm holding this. So if that's okay with you.
Give it a shot.
Can you still see yourself in here though?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Let's see.
Do you just wink at himself?
Maybe. Maybe he winked at you.
No, he winked at the camera.
I write in cursive,
You
so
too.
if you can
Oh.
read that.
SOMMANLANCE.
Somnambulance.
What does that word mean?
Somnambulance.
Means sleepwalking.
What? Can you write that underneath that, please?
Hello
Wow.
there.
Amazing. Hi, Miss Brandy. That's a cool word. Where did you learn that?
Um,
or how did you come across it, I guess?
I read it in the book Cujo by Stephen King.
Nice. Nice. Well done. What about you, Zion? Do you have we're at this, it's called Dictionary Word.
Oh,
Is there a word like,
yeah, all right,
we
this
have
one.
pellucid and somnolence?
Damn, those are big words.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be that big. It's okay.
Do they have to like?
Okay, bye.
Alright. I will choose idiosyncrasy.
Ooh, nice.
I don't know how to spell it.
It's okay. You can do your best job. What does that mean? Could you write it underneath too?
Well, it's just being odd or weird. That's the basic idea, I think. It's just you're different.
Idiosyncratic. You're not in sync with the regular rhythm of life stream people walking down the street, doing nothing but walking down the street, thinking, what are they going to eat? And then you're idiosyncratic, which means you're not that. You're opposite of that.
I like that.
Nice. Cool. What about you, Mr. Orange Russell Mayfield himself?
I like actually. So
Wait.
it's sort of along.
Can
the
you
lines,
see
but
yourself in there?
It's a little different than where we're going. Like so, the word that I was recently actually thinking about was the word alone. And I was listening to something recently where someone was talking about they were going through a breakup and it was like really rough for them because they felt so alone, right? And somebody was saying that like, well, if you break the word down, like with alone, it's actually all one, right? A-L-O-N-E,
Very interesting,
right?
especially because when you have like words like full with the F-U-L-L, they take one of the L's away when you connect it.
There you go.
Wow, that's sweet.
And with all one,
Nice.
it's like all is one. Like you're one with everything. Like there is no like really alone. Like even being alone, like you're actually still all one with everything. And like there was
Can you see yourself in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was something that was said with like I want to say it was like a Buddhist proverb or something, or where like one of the monks comes to his master and he says, you know, I'm feeling very lonely, and his master says, close your eyes, you know, and he closes his eyes and he goes, do you hear the birds singing? He goes, yeah, I do. You hear the water running? Yeah, I do. Did you hear the bees buzzing? It's like, yep. And you know, you hear the wind blowing, so on and so forth, right? And eventually he's like, okay, now open your eyes. Do you feel alone at all? You know, all of a sudden you realize like, nah, I'm very much surrounded by life. Life is everywhere all the time. And I don't know, so
Wow.
next time you feel alone, break the word down and you won't feel so alone.
Sweet. Will you write that down for us too? Beautiful. Thank you guys so much. Memory?
Earliest childhood memory.
All right. Do you happen to have one, Zion?
I guess boarding a plane for the first time.
Oh yeah? Where did
Well,
you?
actually, no. Because the first time, I don't remember my first time.
Well, the time that you
The first
remember
time I
is the
remember.
memory.
Was
6 minutes out.
6 minutes. Can you see yourself in there, Michael? In here?
I don't see nothing.
6 minutes, everybody. 6 minutes. Okay. Flying on an airplane, the memory of it. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I was moving to California, so I lived in Asia, and then my family moved to California. And that was the first memory I had. Actually, boarding planes now, when I was older, I'm like, all these seats suck, because I guess I was small, and like the seats are fine. And now that I go on an airplane, it's like, man, airplanes suck. They suck.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not a very good childhood memory. We'll find another
Well,
one.
no, I'm glad, because when
Sorry.
the first flight that I remember was really good. The seats were really comfortable.
Oh,
But then, like, everything after that kind of sucked.
I think you need to get in touch with one of the manufacturer things and
Yeah.
get some cushions put in them
I'll
seats.
yell at them.
Nice, thank you, Zion. Do you happen to have a childhood memory? Did you find one?
I guess just moving from, I was born in Arkansas, and we moved to Missouri when I was 4.
Wow,
I guess I remember that.
nice. Do you remember, like, were you in the car or something, or you remember, like,
we had like a box truck, like a big old U-Haul box
nice?
truck. I remember being in the front of it. I was 4. Oh, I also had a cowboy party for my 4th birthday. That I do remember.
Oh yeah, nice. Did you get a whole holster and
Yeah, the boots and the hat and everything.
nice? Aww. Hi, Miss Brandy.
Hey.
All right. Did we get an early childhood memory from you, Mr. Orange Mayfield? We got how many minutes? We're all 5 minutes.
Early childhood memory.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Next
Wow,
question,
thank you.
Zion.
Sorry, we're all getting away.
No,
wanna know
no,
what it is?
I'm going in here
Yeah,
anyway.
let's go for that.
Well, you already
Well,
did
I
kind
gave
of
you-
share
I gave you
childhood
some childhood
memory.
memories.
Yeah, you did. I know.
That was a good one. Too.
Yeah, the Mount Shasta. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to go to the next one,
Yeah.
or did you have a childhood memory?
I mean, I have plenty.
I
but
caught it sidetracked.
You want,
Sorry.
you want more childhood memories?
Yes, one more. Yes, please.
All right. One time.
Yo, what's happening, folks?
Hi, Mr.
All
Tona.
right,
Say
man.
hi.
Made it. Right up. RadioBands.tv, Indie Buzz Rocks.
You're gonna be there.
Neighborhoodies.
You got neighborhoodies.
All right. Now what's
This
the
is
name,
Orange
bud?
Mayfield,
Orange
Tona.
Mayfield.
Orange Mayfield. Okay, good. This is gonna be good. Okay.
This is gonna be great.
Well, I brought some pots.
Nice.
Just calm down.
Okay, everybody. We got another childhood memory from Mr. Russell, Orange Mayfield.
You want a happy one? You want a sad one?
Yes,
You
please.
want a happy. Okay. Let's see.
And then we're gonna go to your superpower.
When I was 12 years old, I was sent out into. I was in Boy Scouts, and I was sent out to the middle of nowhere, and I was ditched for 3 days by myself in order to get my wilderness survival merit badge. Right. So they're looking over us, right? It's not like they just ditch a 12-year-old by himself, but like they didn't let me know where they were, so I didn't know where anybody was. I knew that I was being watched, sort of, but nobody ever like really showed up. So I was given a 12-pack of granola bars, right? That's all I had on me, and those were gone pretty much the first hour that I was
What
there.
flavor granola bars?
They were chocolate chip.
Does it matter?
Peanut butter chocolate chip.
Ooh,
Peanut butter
wow,
chocolate.
you were a happy one.
Oh, my favorite. So yeah, I went through those like the first hour I was there,
Yeah,
and
of
after
course.
that, I figured like I would be good. I'd figure out something, and for the next 24 hours, I did not figure out anything. I was very hungry, and I was
Oh.
trying to figure out what to do. Now, in my
Wait, how old were you
I was 12,
12. That's what I thought you said.
so I was up in the Wasatch Mountains above Salt Lake City. So I'm up there, and I see this squirrel in a tree, right? And I had a wrist rocket, which was like a little slingshot, you know. So I knocked this thing out of the tree, right, and it started squirming around. I felt horrible, and I ended up having to crush its head with a rock. And it was rough.
What?
It was rough.
Wait,
Not
you're
rough.
12 years old? You're doing
12
what
years old.
now?
I had to crush this squirrel's head with a rock.
Okay, now is this
I
a
didn't
real
want it-
story, or
this
this
is a
is
real
another
story.
one of your?
Real stuff from fables.
I'm like, I'm with you on the
I
poppies and
swear,
the clouds, but
I
you're
swear to God,
crushing.
this is a real story.
Okay, continue.
So I shot this squirrel out of the tree, and it starts flipping around, and I felt really bad because I knew that it was in pain, and so I crushed its head with a rock.
Oh,
But then I skinned it, and I cleaned it out, and I put it on a stick and roasted it over a fire that I made with like a little magnifying glass, and I ate it. I ate the squirrel, and I gotta say, if you ever find yourself in the woods and you have to live off of the land, make sure that you bring some. If you have a bug out bag or whatnot, put some salt and pepper in there, because a squirrel without any salt and pepper basically just tastes like you're swallowing slime.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah, it's
Okay,
so
that's
sick.
actually a very interesting
Right?
bug out bag tip. I have to just throw out there. I mean, I'm not like, I don't have a bug out bag. I need a bug out bag. We're gonna get some bug out bags here.
Get a bug out bag.
And I like the idea of salt and pepper.
Yeah, put that in
But
there.
soup. I mean, I'm not eating soup.
Yeah. Yeah. But hey, maybe you put some fishing line in there too, so you can get a fish or something.
Yes,
in the river, right?
fish.
But make sure that you have salt and pepper, because it is a much different ball game when you have it versus when you don't.
Okay.
Needless to
And
say,
we're
I
gonna
got
hope
my
that
I
there's
got my
some
wilderness
vegetables there
Oh,
instead,
yeah.
right? I mean, I would.
I wouldn't go eating berries. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, you be careful. Or hemlock. Okay, wait. Next question. If you could be a superhero, what would you be and why? Who wants
Start
to
with
jump
Billy
this one
first.
in? I gotta squeeze it in. We
I have
got
an
1
answer.
minute.
I have an answer.
Oh yay!
I don't
Go.
know.
Wait, Zion, can you see yourself?
Yeah, I can see myself. I don't know which superhero, but I would like the ability to time travel. I feel like that's like the
Nice.
ultimate superpower. Because then you can go back and fix any mistake you've ever made in your life.
Live.
Oh,
Or
that's
anyone
beautiful.
and play some bets.
That's beautiful. Thank you. Do you have a superhero really fast?
Guys want to come in?
Yeah.
I think being able to fly would be pretty cool. Just flying anywhere.
Nice.
Invisibility from the building.
Nice.
Invisibility would be cool.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Well. Welcome everyone. Lady Venus.
Bye, everybody. Go to Radio Venice 420.